got a what is it called? Crikey, what is it called? It's called rocket fuel. Hi girls, up! Morning everybody. Just one update. In my last video that I did about the greenhouse gases and ETS and all that kind of tax stuff, I made a calculation which was an error, and I said that there was a free allocation for all of the methane, sorry, 90% of the methane or 95% of the methane. There's no actual free allocation for methane, it's only nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide. So that puts our annual cost at about $9,000. So the tax for us, as it sits at the moment, will be about 9 grand. That's not taking into account any sequestration that we have or any mitigation factors that we try and include. So if you haven't seen that video, go back, have a look. Really interesting, some really interesting comments from people about it, and yeah, there's a fair amount of emotion and passion about this subject in New Zealand at the moment. But like I said in that video, a lot of water to go under the bridge. We've got a potential election, don't know whether that'll change much, probably not. And yeah, it doesn't start till the 1st of January 2025. So I just got these heifers in that have calved, so first calving heifers. We're gonna mark or steer the bull calves, and then earmark the heifer calves, and then give them a 5 and 1, let them out, pull out the dries and any that had dead calves and slipped and bits and pieces. Just got to shoot down a shift to break fence first, and then we'll get into it. Hey Bailey Gill. Them fellas in there. So now we've got the calves separated off. We'll try and draft out the dries and keep the, well, either way, draft out the dries, keep the cows with calves in the yards. It's always a bit tricky when you're trying to draft cows and calves on your own, especially not so much the cows out from the calves, but the dries out from the dry cows out from the wet cows. So let's have a quick count of these calves and make sure we've got all the dries out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on babies. 15 calves, 15 cows. We're good. Come on, baby. Come on, Bubba. Okay, so what we're doing here is we've got these calves in here. They've all been tagged at birth. So we've got their birth date and their sex. So all I'm going to go and do now is put a rubber ring on the steers, or on the bulls, to make them steers. And then we're just going to earmark, without earmark, the heifer calves. So that'll just mean the ones that we keep potentially will have our earmark. The ones we send away don't really need it. And then we're also going to give them a, I think it's a B12. Yeah, just a B12. Get them eating a bit more and hopefully get their weights going a bit better. So, and then we're going to weigh them individually as well. Try and work out a weight between birth and now. And then we'll also get a weight between now and weaning. We can work out which heifers are growing the best calves. Right, I just want to make note of how quiet these calves are. So just climbed in there with them, steered a few, didn't get kicked, didn't do anything. So I keep the dogs away from the cows once they've had calves. Yeah, certainly don't unnecessarily whack them or anything like that in the yards. And generally it's just me in the yards, so they get used to me, they get used to these yards, they get used to the yards being a nice quiet place. And then, yeah, we've always been renowned for having really quiet, easy to handle cattle. Where you go, girls? Go and find your babies. Come on, Bailey. Go and find your baby. So the 15 calves there, they average 75 kilos. So that's not too bad. I have to go home and work out average daily growth rate and birth dates and bits and pieces. But yeah, so that's a mix between the heifers and the steers. So yeah, they're looking good. Oh, there's only one that's probably not looking that flash, but the rest of them are looking pretty good. So we'll actually going to put a fence up and put them in with some ewes and lambs just to keep a paddock under control. And that's what we can do with them now, is use them as a tool to make sure that the ewes and lambs are on the best quality tucker, and then these guys will do quite well on that stuff too. So just put the heifers away, they're in a good grass paddock now, in there with some ewes and lambs. So yeah, we're going to be tailing those ones next week, so we'll start tailing some hill lambs next week. Yeah, that'll do it for today, and we'll catch you tomorrow hopefully.
Morning, Phil speaking.
G'day Phil, it's Alistair Bird from Oxford calling. How you going? G'day. So what are we? Saturday today. So yesterday we spent some time. Georgia had her pet day, so she did really well with her lamb Paddock down there. Combined one with West Eaton. So yeah, she got a couple of first and a best in show and a judge's choice and stuff. So today they're off to the Amberley show. Gonna go do the lamb thing there as well with our friends of ours. Well, the president or acting president is actually the guy who we bought the terminal rams off. So yeah, competing against his son at the Amberley show. So we'll see how Georgia goes there. Yeah, so just being messaged by a couple up in Gisborne. They've got some trees and they just were kind of sitting on them, thinking that they could put them into the best way for them going forward would be to put them into the sequestration side of the beef and lamb calculator. But now that that's been taken out of the equation to some extent, they're just a bit lost. They don't know where to go. So just talk to Phil from Orm Associates. Yeah, I'll flick those details through to them in Gisborne, and yeah, they can try and sort out their predicament that they're in up there. Yeah, they're certainly not the only ones who are in that kind of predicament at the moment. There's a lot of yeah, a lot of people that don't really know where to move forward from here. So yeah, just out here opening some gates, checking some ewes. We're ready to do some tailing up here. Well, we could take them down the bottom. So just opening some gates. This is where we did the new fence up here just before the winter. So can't really graze this block at the moment, just got to wait for some water supply to come through here. And then yeah, this is obviously the block that we're looking at putting into the ETS that we're getting feasibility study done at the moment on. So we'll just continue to ticky-tour around here and check the stock and make sure everything's good. Opens a few more gates and come up with a plan. So got Oxford Ag coming to sell a couple of paddocks. One is a rocket fuel mix, which was one of the Raffino paddocks last year, and the other one is Oats and Italian for a catch crop out of the fodder beet. So just waiting for them to turn up. We're just going to go and do some spraying, spray some of the scores. Got the auto, the remote rewind reel that we put together last year, so makes spraying a lot easier, makes it quite enjoyable. So we'll go and do this for a wee bit until they turn up. So up here with the cows at the airstrip, issue I've got is 92 or 90 odd cows and calves, and they've just cleaned out their 30,000 litre tank that's up there. It comes from a spring above the hill house. It comes from a spring up in the gully up here. Yeah, and just the input is nowhere near what they require. So we've got about 45,000 litres by the airstrip over there for spraying and firefighting and bits and pieces. So what I've done is just set up that pump and a pipe work through to a trough and back pressure it through the trough and fill the line, and then yeah, once all the troughs are full and the cows have had their fill, and hopefully it'll actually fill up the tank. That's the plan. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. It's what happens when you fence off your waterways and you have to rely on reticulated water. But this scheme will get upgraded pretty much. It'll be the end of the new scheme that we're going to put through right through the hill country. So with the bunyip pump, and then yeah, a fair bit of storage capacity. So starting to rain, so I might just go sit in the side by side until the water starts coming through here. So we just plumbed it into the bull cop, took that off, straight into there and into the line. You guys waiting patiently or being naughty? Hey, little fella. Cows have found the trough, so they got water, which is good. Another job completed for today. Still waiting on this drill to turn up. Getting seed in the ground, that's good, isn't it, Tex? Hey. So it's just wet enough. It's pretty sticky, but seems to be going in all right. Yeah, we have to come back maybe when it dries out on the top a wee bit and just Cambridge roll it. We'll leave them to that and go and check our water supply up the top. We've got the pump going for, and then yeah, you should be nearly done there, and we'll throw some Oats and Italian into drill and do the fodder beet paddock. So it ran out of fuel, so we'll top it up, set it going again, and then go and check the troughs. Oh, well, that's full, so that's good. So it's just oats and grass. And I'm going to use that for baleage. Tight fit. So he's well into that paddock here now, Oats and Italian, so it'd be good to get that done before it rains too much. And yeah, got a Cambridge roll it. It's a Cambridge roller here. Got to run that over it, both of those paddocks, but they just need to dry out a wee bit at the moment. They're just a bit sticky, so. Cool.
My name isn't engraved in it yet, but the engraver was sick.
Oh, yep.
So
Nice.
I'm gonna get it
I'm sure we can get it engraved.
sometime.
That's awesome.
I got
Some more ribbons.
this,
First ribbon.
and then I got this one.
What's that one?
The tassel fell off it, but it's
Champion, pet lamb or sheep. Amberley AMP show.
You want to tell Dad why?
Cool.
because of my knowledge
Oh, yep.
And that Buttercup
and the
ran to you.
bond.
And the bond.
Buttercup came straight to me.
You got a pretty cool bond with your Buttercup, don't you?
And then we walked around the show and everyone said, look, there's a sheep. Lots of kids and adults petted her.
Very good. Oh, Buttercup wants to drink out of the cup. So that'll do it from us here today. Got the family back. We're all a bit tired, so we'll leave that video there. I got Oxford Agged out there finishing off that paddock, which is good. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye. Say bye, Buttercup. Yeah. Bye.